concept of functions in C language. A function is meant to do any specific task. So we have various types of functions, standard functions and user defined functions. Standard functions, you can also call them as library functions or inbuilt functions. Scanf, printf, POW, CLR, SCR, and they are all inbuilt functions, that is built-in functions. Scanf is to read the data from keyboard, POW, power, SQRT, square root, CLR, SCR to clear the screen. So every function is having its own purpose, and the meaning and purpose of any particular function cannot be changed. Scanf has to be used only to read the data from keyboard. You can't use it for any other purpose. So all these functions are defined in their concerned header files. Scanf is defined in stdio.h. CLR SCR is defined in conio.h. POW is defined in math.h. So we have thousands of inbuilt functions available in C language. We can create our own functions if you are not okay with the existing standard functions. If your purpose is not solved using the existing functions, you can create your own functions. So those functions are user defined functions. We can create our own functions. So we have 4 prototypes: prototype 1, prototype 2, 3 and 4. We'll start with prototype 1, functions without arguments with no return values. Don't bother about the term no return values at this stage. Function without arguments. So we need to keep in mind one thing. We are creating a function, user defined function. You need to define the function. What is the purpose of creating the function? You need to specify, and you need to specify the function body also. So we have 3 parts: function declaration, function call and function definition. Function definition is the area where you are supposed to specify what is the necessity of creating your own function. That is your function body. Look at the program clearly. Function definition is outside main. Outside main. It can be before main, it can be after main. Look at the part 1, 2, 3. Look at number 3 there. Function definition. Look at the syntax: void, function name, and within braces function body. Here name of the function is h. A function name can be any valid variable name. So look at the syntax: void, function name and function body. And here we created a function with the name h, and the purpose is to display hello on screen. To display hello on screen, we don't need to create any function. We can simply put printf hello. But here we are just practicing how to create functions. So this is a simple program. Look at the declaration part: function declaration and syntax: void, function name, open the bracket, close the bracket and semicolon. And function call, look at the function call: function name, open the bracket, close the bracket and semicolon. So you identify, this is your first program in functions. You identify function declaration, function call and function definition. So look at this programs here. We have numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and look at one clearly. Look at one clearly. The main area is your calling area and the function definition part is your called area. Look at the arrow marks. Once you call any function, the control will be transferred to the body of the function definition. After executing all the statements in function body, the control will be transferred to the line after the function call. You observe the arrow marks clearly. This is very important to avoid confusion. Look at program number 2. What is the output? Can you guess the output? Check out the program clearly. We have declaration, we have function definition, but we don't have function call. If there is no function call, you won't get anything. The existence of function definition comes into picture if you make a function call. So look at program 1 again. Once you make the call, then only the control will be transferred to function body of function definition. If there is no function call, you won't get anything. So look at program number 3. Function once defined can be called any number of times. Here h is the name of the function called twice. We can call it any number of times. Look at program number 4. How many printfs? Identify the printfs. Printf hi, printf hello, and printf India. So can you guess the output here? Check out the output here. You get hi first, then is your call, then is your function call. The control will be transferred to function definition and India is displayed, and after executing all the statements in function body, the control will be back to main program, back to the next line of function call, and we have hello here. So what do you get output here? Hi, India, hello. This is important. So look at program number 5. We can have any number of user defined functions. Here we have two functions, h and k. As I told you earlier, the name of the function can be any valid variable name. So we have two user defined functions here. One is h and one is k. Prototype 2, functions with arguments with no return values. Functions with arguments, parameters. A simple C is equal to A plus B program. In prototype 2, just for practice, even at this stage, we don't have, we can't see any advantage of functions here. We are just practicing how to write programs in functions. So look at function declaration. What is the syntax? Void function name, data type, comma, data type, and so on. Look at the variable declarations. Int a comma b is declared in the main program. Look at the function definition, that is your part 3, and void h int a comma int b, no semicolon over there, and within braces int c. As c is your output variable, you need to declare inside the function body, and c is equal to a plus b, result is c. The scanf part is in the main program and the logic part is in function definition. The program, normal program for addition of two numbers is just split into two parts. One, scanf is in the main and the logic is in the function definition. Look at the function call h of a comma b. Function name within brackets variable 1, variable 2, and so on, semicolon. Look at the syntax of function declaration, function call, and function definition. So try to identify the difference in syntax, function declaration, function call, and function definition. So prototype 3 functions with arguments with return values. Return values. For the first time we are using return values. Look at the program clearly. There is no void here. Basically, void is a data type. Void is a data type which occupies 0 bytes in memory, and we use void in functions where we are not returning any values. So here we have return statement, so no void, and identify the difference between prototype 2 and prototype 3. Look at the function definition first. Int h, not void h. Int h, int c, c is equal to a plus b, return c, and bracket to be closed over here after return c. So return c. We are not printing c value in function definition. In prototype 2 we used printf, result is c in function definition. Here, instead of printing the result in function definition, we are just returning back to main program. So return c, the c value is returned to k here. Look at the function call. K is equal to h of a comma b semicolon. It can be k, x, y, z, any variable. Whatever the value, you use it with return, and the value will be passed to that concerned variable over there in function call. So try to observe the difference here. And similarly declaration also, note void over there, int h and int a comma b comma k. K is an extra variable declaration here in prototype 3. And look at the syntax. Return data type. You need to specify return data type. If you observe the things in your textbooks or any other YouTube channels or some other notes, even in prototype 1 and 2 also, in the syntax they specify return data type. I didn't specify the term return data type in prototype 1 and 2 because in prototype 1 and 2 there is no question of any other data type, only void. Prototype 1 and 2 where there is no return values, we can't use any other data type, only void. That is the reason I clearly specified even syntax, void data type and void function name and so on. Here in function declaration, the syntax return data type, function name. Similarly in function definition, return data type, function name and so on. And those things you need to observe. So prototype 2, you can write it in two ways, like look at the declaration clearly, void h int comma int. That is what I used. In some textbook notations you'll be having like void h int a comma int b and semicolon. A semicolon is missing over there in void h int a comma int b, and one unnecessary bracket is opened over there. You just neglect it. So identify the declaration part. We in general we write void h int comma int, but in some textbook notations they specify variables also, which is not necessary. Look at function definition. In general we write void h int a comma int b and so on. In textbook notations they do write void h a comma b and int a comma b semicolon. Yeah, whatever you feel convenient you can use it. Similarly in prototype 3, the way how you call k is equal to h of a comma b and printf result is k, you can put it in a single line without using the extra variable k. Printf the result is %h of a comma b. You can call it directly in printf statement. And even in here also one bracket is to be closed here. One bracket is missing. H of a comma b, you need to close one more bracket. So even in prototype 2 on the right hand side, semicolon is missing in declaration, void h int a comma int b semicolon, and one extra bracket is open just below void. You just remove that.